Well, good evening, good evening, good evening.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press
We are
2.
having problems with Blog Talk Radio.
Your show is scheduled to start in 18 seconds.
But it's not. So we're going to go forward on StreamYard, on Facebook Live, and StreamYard is on YouTube. So you can hear me and see me on both those channels. So we'll look forward to continuing that. But let's go to my tiny house.
We are sorry, but we are experiencing a problem.
Well, welcome everybody to Beata's Tiny House Village and Facebook Live and YouTube Beata's Tiny House Village. Blog Talk is not working tonight, so you're going to have to call into our On Air Everywhere network. And that number is flashing across the screen. If you want to comment live, you can call that number. In the meantime, we got a great show tonight. I've got some powerful ladies coming on in the next hour. Ooh, you're going to love them. You're going to love them because we got some serious topics to talk about womanhood that include the men. Men, don't think you can just slide off and go watch a football game or something. You need to be in on this discussion tonight because it takes two to make babies. It takes two to heal even. Because if you're in a relationship with someone, you need to raise your consciousness with her and you need to be partnering with her to evolve. You can't, one person can't evolve in a relationship and expect it to be healthy. Okay. So let's bring in my favorite Christian artist, one of my favorites, Becca Shea to help us invite our ancestors to this platform and the energy of love and truth, because that's what they bring when they're present. So let's get your drums out and let's drum in with Becca Shea Heartbeat.
And has blood has ransomed people for God. From every tribe and language, people, every nation. Where warriors are falling, there's a resurrection coming. It's your time to rise and shine. Oh, wake up, you sleeping giant. The wounds of injustice are being healed by the peace. Oh, Yahweh is bringing us power through unity. Where warriors are falling, there's a resurrection coming. Tribals come alive. Yeah, wake up, you sleeping giant. Your heartbeat, I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, I feel it. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. Together we cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry out for your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Oh, give us your heartbeat. This is the hour to know whose side to stand by. Raise up a standard in battle for every fellow tribe. Warriors are fighting, there's a revival igniting. Search for such a time. Yeah, arise, you blazing fire. Brave and stand firm and listen to your destiny. The rhythm of our Father moves with victory. Where warriors are fighting, there's a revival igniting. So bad and arise, blazing fire. Your heartbeat, I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. Together we cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry out for your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Oh, give us your heartbeat. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. Together we cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry out for your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Oh, give us your heartbeat. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. Together we cry. Yes, you are. Bring us together. Bring us together. We cry out for your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Oh, give us your heartbeat.
Hey, hey, bring us together. Yes, we are coming together. People are really waking up. I'm so happy, happy, happy. When I read the comments on YouTube and other platforms, I see more and more people are waking up to truth and wisdom. And tonight, we're having a meditation with some powerful women later and healing for womanhood. And I want to share this story that got totally exploited on the recent talk with Oprah and Kamala Harris, the recent event they had on media, on TV. Okay, we got to talk about this because it is just something for soul purpose healing listeners and believers to understand and understand and overstand what this story is really all about. So I'm going to play a YouTube video by a woman named Angela Stanton. She's an author, she's a speaker, and she is a media personality. Now, I didn't know she was spent time in prison, and she was pardoned after I don't remember how many years, maybe 5 years or so, by President Trump. Black woman now, and she breaks this down really well, and that's why I'm going to let her explain the situation about a woman named Amber Nicole Thurman, 28-year-old woman whose story, it just saddened me. I almost wanted to cry, but I'm like, no, this is this is an event that's meant to wake us the F up. Now, I want you, if you're listening, I want you to think about, as you're listening to Angela's description of this situation, which is 2 years old. That's how desperate the Democrats are to bring stories that promote their agenda. 2-year-old story about a woman that you hear from Angela Stanton, and they're promoting the hell out of it and utilizing it. Kamala's talking about it in her rallies, promoting their agenda for Planned Parenthood. That's what it's all about. And I want you to think about the multiple choice. Why is this story being brought to our attention? A, is it because we need to negotiate with Planned Parenthood to have more clinics in our neighborhoods? Okay, is it B, should we be lobbying our government to bring back Roe v. Wade to the federal level? Or is it C, that it's a message for women to take responsibility for every decision that they make and not gaslight or blame other people? So those are your three choices. I want an A, B, or C from you. A, is this event that we're going to hear from Angela about, is it meant to encourage us to ask Planned Parenthood for more clinics in our neighborhoods? B, is it an event that the creator wants us to go to our government and get more laws from a federal level? Or C, is it meant to help us take more responsibility for our bodies and our choices that we make? Okay, so let's listen to Angela Stanton. She's going to break down this event that occurred 2 years ago, but that the Democrats are bringing up at every rally to pick at the hearts of women and maybe men, that we got to do something because of the tragedy that happened to this woman. So let's listen, and then you be the judge.
That Amanda Thurman situation is really, really sad. The story about the young Black woman who took the abortion pill and lost her life. She took the abortion pill in an attempt to terminate twins, and apparently the abortion pill didn't fully do the job. It left some of the baby's remains in her, and she developed sepsis and she died. Reality is that no hospital is going to deny you emergency treatment, right? Like, that's against the law, right? No hospital, unless you don't have a COVID shot. But no hospital is going to deny you treatment in a medical emergency, okay? Second of all, it is really sad and unfortunate that you see women like Kamala Harris and Oprah Winfrey using the tragic death of Amanda Thurman to advocate for the death of Black babies, right? That's the issue that I have with what they're doing. It's like they're saying, look, oh, she died because she couldn't kill her baby. These are the same people that advocate and say Black Lives Matter. These are the same people that are saying Black women are important and Black life is important. If Black women are important, then for one, we should be honest with them about the dangers of the abortion pill that not only took Amanda Thurman's life, but takes the life of a baby every single time, but has also claimed the lives of 26 other women. I don't know how safe it can be to take an abortion pill and then be sent home and say, hey, just flush the baby down the toilet. You know, how are these women skilled enough to check to see if everything came out? Who's really to blame? Well, they want to use this tragic situation with this death of this mother and her twins to push and advocate for more death, right? Oh, she died because the doctors wouldn't abort. The doctors wouldn't kill the baby. They're coming against our right. Like this whole women's rights things that you're advocating for women, but you have to be born to become a woman. Like you actually advocating to execute women before they even get a chance to become women. It is so backwards and disheartening, right? There is nothing uplifting or empowering about abortion. There is nothing uplifting or empowering about using the tragic death of a woman who has been told that she has a choice and should feel liberated by lynching the lives of her children in the womb, right? This lady believed abortion was safe. I can kill these babies. Everything gonna be all right. If this abortion pill, and again, I've told y'all time and time again that we have to go back to our common sense, right? So if this abortion pill,
Bluetooth mode.
if this abortion pill is enough to kill a human baby, when we use our common sense, what makes us believe that this abortion pill can't do harm to our bodies as a human? I'm just asking a question. If the abortion pill is created to end the life of the baby inside of the womb, the baby is a form of human, whatever you want to say. What makes us believe that that pill that we're using to terminate that baby is not having any harm or effect on us as humans? And excuse me, we were all babies. You still the same person. Inside or outside of the womb, you have not changed from the moment of conception. Okay? So what we have here now is two high-powered women, Kamala Harris and Oprah Winfrey, who are both childless. Okay? Neither one of them have been able to experience the joy of motherhood. Neither one of them have been able to experience what it feels like for life to grow inside of your womb. Neither one of them have any reason to encourage our young women to become mothers or give life, because you know what? That's something that wasn't granted to them. Not only that, you have Oprah Winfrey and Kamala Harris. This is what I hate about those type of women, right? That have all this money and only pop up every 4 years to tell you how oppressed you are as a black woman or a black man in America. Excuse me, Oprah. If you made it, I can make it. What's the sauce, right? What's the recipe? You did this show all of this time. You got all of these billions and billions of dollars. Oprah, if you guys are so concerned about abortion and the black maternal health crisis, why are you not using your money to create pro-life organizations like Auntie Angie House? Because here is the reality for all the black people that want to be upset or mad at Trump about Roe v. Wade or whatever. Reality is, if Oprah or Kamala Harris or any of them were providing pro-life services like your Auntie Angie is here, then Amanda Thurman and her twins would be alive, right? We would have 3 people, 3 black lives we would have saved instead of losing them. Because instead of telling Amanda Thurman to abort, okay, We should have been empowering her with everything that she needed to safely bring those lives into this world and to make sure that we take care of them the same way we're offering to take care of illegal immigrants crossing the border. Where was the message of freedom and liberation to Amanda Thurman when she found out she was pregnant? Where was the $150,000 down payment on a home that the illegal immigrants are getting down in California? Where was the $9,000 a month that they're giving illegal immigrants up in Chicago that would have made Amanda Thurman believe, hey, with the help of my country, you know what? I can birth my children and I can bring them into this world and we can live the fullness of life there is, right? But because we're in America and we're American women, they've convinced us to feel liberated with a choice to terminate the very lives that we create. And then when we die, because see what happened to Amanda Thurman is we talk about this all the time. We talk about, you know, my body, my choice. My body, my choice. None of you have the same body as your mamas. Me and my mama don't have the same body. I know this to be true because my mother passed away in 2005 and I'm still here and I'm still alive. None of us have the same bodies as our mothers. I know this to be true because I've given birth to 5 children and we all have separate lives. That lie, my body, my choice, right? We know that it's a lie because if it was your body, you would be the one being aborted, not the babies. See, they're saying abortion is safe, but every time an abortion takes place, you know, we don't pay no attention because it's usually the baby, right? And what's happening with these babies is out of sight, out of mind, right? You don't care for the baby. You don't have any type of emotion or compassion for the baby because you only see the baby in the womb. So it's easy to not acknowledge that the baby has a life, right? That the baby is alive. But if the baby wasn't alive, why would you need an abortion to kill it? Huh? If the baby is not alive, why do you need an abortion to kill it? And why aren't we advanced enough or mature enough, right, in education and in thinking and understanding and common sense to know that dead things don't grow? If it's not alive, you ain't got to worry about it growing in your belly. If it's not alive, why are you fighting so hard to kill it? So the argument about my body, my choice, right? Ain't that what Jesus said every time y'all take communion? This is of my body. This do in remembrance of me. Wasn't Jesus a human sacrifice? My body. Y'all still sacrificing humans screaming, my body. Another gripe that I have with the whole abortion industry complex and how black women are being misled with 85% of abortion clinics in our communities, right? This is the argument that I have. Nobody that's ever had an abortion, right, has walked out of an abortion clinic with the baby's remains, okay? So we know that they are not throwing these babies away in a dumpster. We know that they are not giving us our babies, telling us to go bury them, okay? There is a black market, okay? Whether the baby's remains are being sold to science, the babies, or whatever, there is a black market. There is a dark side, okay? This is the reason why these people would rather put funding into abortion than they would in pregnancy prevention. Because see, this is my thing. If you can turn a man into a woman, I know you can tie some tubes and untie him. Huh? If you can turn a man into a woman, I know you can snip some nuts and sew them back together, right? So if we put money into pregnancy prevention, right, then there would be no need for abortion. Take the life, we don't end the life.
So, as I asked earlier, I shared that story. Oh, and my guest is here, so we're going to bring Dina on in just a few minutes. But I want to just say, in response to that story of a 28-year-old woman who was pregnant with twins, not want to carry those twins to full term. So the thing that most women do who don't have the courage or the will or the consciousness to let that child grow in the womb, they have options now thanks to the sick care system, the Planned Parenthood, to end that pregnancy. But as we just heard, that comes with great risk. And it's really time, as we're going to focus on tonight, to do meditation and healing work for those women who are so ignorant about trusting a sick care system, trusting a Planned Parenthood system to end a life growing in you because you don't have the support, whatever reasons. We are in a place in 2024 where that is totally avoidable, unnecessary. Abortion should have now become extinct. We have apps, and I did a show on this on Friday, a couple of Fridays ago, that outlined all the options. I had several speakers, all the options women have now to prevent a pregnancy. Number one, before you open your legs, have a conversation with your partner, the one who's going to plant the seed in you. Women, be empowered. Don't let passion take over. It's time for you to take control of relationships in your life that could create a pregnancy. So tonight we're going to really work to help women wake up and become more conscious about this temple that carries life for 9 months, and choose not to end the life, but to let that life grow and trust you and that child's back. Because now we're looking at 2 years ago, a 28-year-old woman trusted a medical pill, abortion pill, to commit suicide. That's what I call it, suicide. That Thurman, Miss Thurman, 28-year-old, trusted a pharmaceutical company, in my opinion, to commit suicide, not only on those twins she was carrying, but on her own life. Because there is a side effect for every drug. If you don't know that by now, wake up and smell the tea or coffee, whatever you prefer. But every drug has a side effect. And in her case, it's being exploited by the politicians and the one party to promote and to blame. This is almost like gaslighting, in my opinion. It's like the Democrats are gaslighting the other party to blame instead of taking responsibility. So tonight, we're bringing a solution to the madness out there, the madness of political parties promoting Planned Parenthood. As Angela said, there's a dark money going on with every abortion out there. So I don't know, I might get X'd out for this, but we need to know the truth, that there's a dark side of abortions. And this party that's using this story is creating more division and hyping up women's ignorance, hyping up women's ignorance instead of promoting prevention techniques, which are everywhere. Number one is do not open your legs until you and that partner of yours have a really good conversation about what is your future, because it can happen. And there's the natural rhythm method, calendar method. So I hope after this you chose that. What was the purpose of this sharing this story again? Was it A, to ask Planned Parenthood to open up more, we need more clinics in our neighborhoods? Was it B, we need to push the government to bring back Roe v. Wade to the federal government? Or was it C, to develop more responsibility, integrity, and sovereignty in women? That's what I would choose C. I'm wondering what you who are listening would choose, A, B, or C. What do you think that story is being popularized and elaborated on? Why are we being confronted with that story 2 years later? That story is 2 years old, but the Democrats are bringing it up because they want to promote fear in women. You could die because Trump and Bush didn't keep abortions in the federal level, blah, 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 blah. And we are too smart for that. We're too smart for that. It is time for people like my guest and I'm going to bring Dina on. Time for us all to come together and provide solutions that are natural, solutions that encourage life and not death. So we want to say good evening to Dina. Good evening, Dina. How are you?
Good evening, Beata. I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Thank
I
you so
can
much for
see
doing the
you
show today.
clearly. I love the glasses, and you look pretty good there. Thank you so much for joining us. As you heard, we're in such a critical place during this election time to promote truth.
Hi.
There are so many lies going on. And Dina, I spoke to Dina. I spoke to Dina before that little, when that little one was in the womb, right?
Yes,
That's how
yes.
I met you. That's how I met you, right?
You helped me deliver her. She was born 10 pounds, and she's healthy, and everything worked out. It was just a divine path, and so we were meant to meet.
Yes, yes. So, Dina, I want you to share what you're up to these days and why you're here tonight and what your solution is for women these days who are so struggling with their sovereignty, their femininity, and their whole womanhood. Tell our audience what you're doing to bring a solution to this.
Absolutely, sure. Yeah, so I'm here to share my observations because I'm a traveler. I'm a nomad. I've been like I wear so many hats in this country, and I came here very young, so I've been here over 10 years, and I have a lot of observations of different communities where I lived, and now I feel like where I am right now. I'm in a new place again. I've been here for 7 months. It's called Staten Island in New York City. It's also a new, totally new environment, and I'm discovering this, and I feel like it's a final piece of the puzzle because in these 10 years I've been traveling all across states from New York to California, Arizona, Texas. I was looking for my place. And now that I'm more mature and older and so many things passed, I had a chance to observe kind of at my life path and see some patterns, right? So no matter where we go, to what city, what town, we see the similarities. That's how it in America.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so where I am right now, also I see a lot of evidence of. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with you. Like last 3 years did not add, especially with now information that's coming out about the COVID shots, about all this pandemic and all this. Just it was a big scam. Um, Now we really started asking, whether the recommendations are real and like what are they doing over there if they're supposed to promote the health because someone is not doing their job. Um, if in 50 years the amount of money that were invested into cancer research and cancer is still on the rise and it's still booming and there's no remedy, it means somebody didn't do their job, right? And this I started seeing this in all different areas. Healthcare, it's in education, it's literally like a weaved into the system that it's not here for your benefit. So unfortunately now we live in a time when you have to really fend for yourself and do a lot of educational work for yourself prior to making any decisions because it turned out that a lot of the governments across the world, they do not have people's best interests in their heart. So, in regards especially to abortion and what we saw in this video, it was really outrageous how they can use such information for their benefit, right? And I
Yes.
think it's awakening time now for us to step back and say, hold on, who's here talking the truth? And how would we do this when we are consistently being poisoned? I can tell you for sure this in 10 years happened to me. I took on an experiment of living American life, right? Meaning eating American food, listening to American music, watching movies. So I was fully immersed into the culture. So what happened 10 years later, I became sick. I had autoimmune disease. I had this is going wrong, this is going wrong. And I started observing more and I realized it's much deeper. The problem is much deeper. It's weaved into the culture. This is what I call it like a mind virus, is when this is how they destroyed the Soviet Union, right? From the inside, because they started disintegrate the classes. They started to confuse them. So this is what I started seeing here is happening. Because from the media, what you see, everybody knows maybe that pop star right now, Krishan Rock and Blueface. I didn't know them a year ago. I just happened to came across them, and all of a sudden I know everything about their life. But the problem is, like, they're very, very popular. They just became influencers all of a sudden. So what did they show on the screen? This man who already have a woman and have two kids, he gets another woman pregnant, which is all being streamed online to millions of people who support them. And then she's drinking during pregnancy, which is also horrible. But her response to this is like, I can abort him at any time. So from what I've seen, I understood that it is just so bombarded through the media, that it's okay. Abortion is just getting rid of inconvenience for you. So it's not something hard. And I think it's more ideological because young kids watch this, teenagers. So what do we have the pandemic of? We had the whole wave of teen pregnancies that do not happen in the other side of the world, like not here in schools. And I think it there got to be something centralized solution for this to start healing with the mind, because in any manifestation, what first happens is you get an idea, you get energy, energized, and then it manifests into the life. So what we have is the schools who are given birth controls, contraceptives, like it's okay for teenagers to have sex. They just already kind of assume that it's fine, which is
Yeah.
not. I'm coming from an environment where kids go to school, we just go to school. And if you happen to get pregnant, it's such a thing that people, like, you would be shocked because it's not being propagated from the TV. You understand? So this is the only difference.
Right.
So yeah, to kind of, and it's very confusing to be a young woman in America. Is very confusing. It's very scary. I have to share that. It just with point of time, but it's really scary to be a woman. And
Yeah.
I, looking back, I realized how a lot of times I was very reckless about my life, and I was really in danger. And I realized that now having
Hi.
my daughter, that I'm responsible now for educating her the right thing, right? So one of the solutions that I have is I practice daily meditation already for 5 years. Хорошо, хорошо, дочь, секундочку. Хорошо, секундочку. Можешь плавно говорить, окей. And so this is gonna be the antidote to what's happening right now, because I believe this started way before 2020. Хорошо, подожди, сейчас мама поговорит. И хорошо, хорошо. Секундочку, ладно? Держи. Еще 5 минут, 5 минут, окей? So in 2019, there was allegedly an outbreak of measles where in New York City they completely shut off any opportunity for exemption for vaccines. Started from 2019, it's already 5 years been going on, right? So that you could not do nothing, and now they try not to think about it even. Like they don't even bring it up of what they did to us. So in this confusion, I understand why so many people were confused, scared because they didn't know what to do, because it does affect you. This outside information, this noise, it does affect you, and it affects your decision making. All this rush, and it was all done for a reason. So the only antidote for this, how you can extract yourself from that, is meditation. And one of the keys to this is a gratitude meditation, when you can connect to your heart and ask your heart directly what is the answer. And this is what was very powerful for me to keep myself, like, my eyes open, uh, regardless of what was told to me. I was scared also by healthcare professionals many, many times, but I turned out to be right. So I'm really, really grateful about this. But I wanted to share with you this heart meditation. It's like the
Okay.
first step of unlocking the key into opening our crown chakra, which is our divine connection to the universe.
Okay.
So what happens is when you're stressed, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you're upset, your EKG, which is the an ECG, is the brain waves and heart waves are literally it's electric signals. We emanate electricity. So what they did, the scientists, they measured the waves when people were in different states, right? So when people were angry, upset, or stressed, these waves they did not match. They were all going all over the place. If they were bringing the patient into the grateful state, into blissful state, you can see this the brain waves and the EKG they match. They start syncing in a tune. So this is when you can take a breath and take a moment and look from. You have to make decisions from this state, not from the rush state, not when you're stressed, not when you're angry or when you're confused, which is ultimately it's a path to the failure. So I'm here to share with you a little bit, a small meditation. You can take only 5 minutes. When we change the biochemistry of our body, we're literally going to change the biochemistry of our body.
Okay.
Okay. And if you're ready, yeah, we can do this. It's real quick. We're just going to spend no more 10 minutes, not no more than 2 minutes per each question. I just wanted to show you the technique. Okay.
Okay.
So if you're ready,
Okay.
just let me know.
All right, go ahead. We're ready. I think everybody's ready. My other guest is in the studio, but she's probably waiting until we're all done with the meditation here, and she has bowls, singing bowls that she's going to demonstrate for us tonight.
It's
So
amazing.
you,
Yes, it would be great.
good morning, good evening, Lesage. Let me just say hi.
I'll
Lesage,
stage.
Greetings.
can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Your face is all red. Are you
Can you hear
okay?
me?
Okay,
I'm in a
there you
tent.
go. Okay, this is
Are you
Dina.
able to hear me?
Yes, this is
Hi,
Dina.
Dina.
Hi, stage.
And she's going to take us
Nice
through
to
our
meet
first meditation. And we want everybody to sit up straight and hear, put your ears, open your ears so we can all open our heart. And Dina can lead us in a meditation that will help us connect to our higher self, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so it's all yours, Dina.
Okay. So the first part of the exercise, for the first minute or two, we're gonna put our hands on our heart, okay? And we're gonna focus our attention and we're gonna physically breathe into our heart. So just feel your heart, how it's beating, and breathe the energy into your heart. Try to focus on it. They say where your focus go, energy flows. So this is number one. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds to 1 minute. I just want you to feel the magnificence of your heart, the beauty of your heart. It beats 100,000 times a day without you having to tell it to do so. For as long as it beats, you live. Something, the creator, the universe, God, gave you this life. And you didn't have to do anything for it, right? Because from the very beginning, you were enough. So focus on your heart. Feel the gratitude to your heart. This organ that does this amazing job every day. And every day, no matter what, is beating and we're alive. So we're gonna focus on our hearts. 30 seconds. Feel the peace and tranquility. Feel the beat.
Relax your shoulders. I just realized my shoulders were up here. Relax your shoulders.
And now for 2 minutes, for 2, 3 minutes, we're gonna think about 3 things that you are grateful that your heart guided you to do. Something, it can be small things or big things, something you're deeply grateful for. And you were guided. It was an incident that led to something beautiful. Think about each thing that you there. You're gonna think about the first thing, 1 and 2 minutes. Second thing, it can be something simple, but it fills your life with joy. A smile, a good gesture, some coincidence that you did not expect that it happened, that your heart guided you to do. And just one more, just stay in the state that you're there. It's happening right now. Something you're deeply grateful for this space, for this event, that we get a chance to serve the humanity, our service, for all the things that you're grateful for. And now, while we in this space, I want you to put your attention a couple inches above your crown. Just a couple inches above your crown, there is light. That is light. That's your crown chakra, yeah. Just put your awareness there and feel how the golden light enters your crown. It goes through your Ajna chakra, your third eye, heart, and throat chakra, and it enters your body. Goes down, then spleen chakra, plexus, navel chakra, your sixth chakra, your prosperity chakra. It's all being cleansed while we're doing that. We're bringing down and anchoring the divine healing energy. And as you do that, you can just imagine the golden light. We do this for 1 and 2 minutes as well. You allow it to disintegrate any blockages, any negative entities, any attachments. You allow to cleanse it. And as you cleanse, you can put your hands in a blessing position and bless people that needs healing right now. Gonna bless all the women, all the people that need blessings, that need miracles, that needs help. We're gonna stream this golden energy through your hands. Imagine the group of people, your friends, your relatives, everybody who needs healing on the planet Earth. You can stream this energy right to them. All the problems that need to be healed. So we're gonna do that. We cleanse. Show gratitude. And we share. And the last step that we're gonna do. And the last step that we're gonna do. The question that you had, if you had any question, like some problem that you have, that need to be resolved, right? So now from this state, try to ask yourself, put your hands on your heart, and ask yourself this question that you were couldn't find the answer to. And just be still. And you answer, and the heart will answer you. Okay, so this is like 3-step meditation, and the last part will be we'll feel the gratitude to the our teachers, our all the spiritual teachers, all religions, all traditions. We're gonna do that. We're gonna say the gratitude for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
What's your daughter's name again?
Ariana, come. She wants to join. I'm teaching her.
Ariana. We bless you, Ariana. And we're
Thank
so
you.
glad your mom took this time away from you to help us.
You're
Beautiful.
welcome. You know, we're doing this for the future. We're doing this for the kids, and once you become a parent,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of these adults, there's no hope for. I'm sorry. They're left to their own choices and consequences, but we can influence the children more. So thank you so much, Dina. And you're welcome to stay with us. In this next session. Let me see. Let me get Lesage in here. Okay. Nope, I don't want to do that. Okay, we're gonna bring in Lesage now for this session. Lesage, welcome, my dear, and I'll bring
Hey.
Dina back in. How are you? And Dina was in New York, I believe, and you're in. Is it California?
Yeah, right now I'm in Long Beach. I'm traveling through.
Look at how the universe works from coast to coast, and then I'm right here in the middle.
Absolutely. Get on.
Oh my goodness. Let while we take that in, let me just look. We got quite a few comments here that I'd like to share. Guadalupe Vanderhort, our doctor Rodriguez, she says she chose C. I don't know if you heard the story about the 28-year-old I shared earlier. She had an abortion, took an abortion pill. I asked, what was this? What's the purpose of that story coming to light now? Is it A, we need more Planned Parenthood abortion clinics? Is it B, we need the government to take back Roe v. Wade and put it in all the states, blah, blah, blah? Or C, it's to make us more responsible women and take our power back and our sovereignty and educate ourselves. So she chose C. It's to take our power back and be more responsible. Thank you, Dr. Guadalupe, for highlighting
Absolutely.
it. Because and she says good evening. And Liquid Vibe is this Liquid Vibe says truth. Yeah,
Yes.
this tonight is all about truth. Our sister Dina brought us the truth about our need to go within, and our Kwame Sunor says United Nations as of 2021, approximately 4.4 people are born every second. Isn't that amazing? Around the world, this amounts to around 257 births per minute. 16,000 births per hour and 385,000 births. And the sad reality is Black women are aborting their babies more than any other race. So that's where we are. And then he says thought vision plan them a is that forest. Okay, thought vision plan them a forest. Take that in. Wow, the beginning is such a powerful message. And then Kwame says there are 24 hours in the day and 14,708 babies born each hour. There are 60 minutes in an hour and 245 babies born each minute. There are 60 seconds in a minute and what is that? 4 babies born. So look at the numbers there that we're dealing with. Thank you, Kwame. Meditation without Wi-Fi in your field. Hallelujah. And that's where we are, my dear Lesage. Lesage, tell our audience a little bit about you, where you're from, what you're doing these days with your beautiful self. And I'm going to mute myself because there's the echo.
Oh, sorry. I don't have headphones. Can you hear me well? Okay. Well, My name is Lesage. You'll find me online, Lesage23 on every platform under Healer's Playground. And my goal is to spread vibrational medicine. I've been introduced to the gift of sound and energy healing, and that's just something I've gravitated to, and I share through my music, through my art, through my talks on YouTube, things like that. And then I go to different parks and different areas of the land, and I play my sound bowls, and I connect with the land, and I, you know, connect with the spirits and the elements of the land. And the people that are brought it really is a bridge. It doesn't matter like the paths, it just brings people together in the healing. And it's something, so I'm an author, and I'm traveling, and I'm writing my next book. So that's what we're doing out here in California. And we're also, in the meantime, in between time, we're sharing the gift of vibrational medicine. I can't hear you. You got to unmute yourself.
Okay, so you're kind of a nomad too, huh? Because Dina said
Yeah.
she's a nomad. That's kind of where a lot of us need to be these days.
Yeah.
Nomad,
Yeah.
whatever. So tell the story you told I heard earlier about your somebody broke your bowl and what you heard spirit tell you.
So I was playing over the beach overlook, and a young woman came, and she was so fascinated with my bowls that I let her play one of the bowl. I let her play the bowls, and she ended up breaking the throat chakra bowl. And these bowls cost $1,000. Okay, they are not cheap. It's my crystal. Let me show you crystal bowls, and I have 7 of them. And she broke the throat chakra one. So after, I couldn't be mad though. There was something, I couldn't be upset. It was like spirit said to me as the day went on. I'm playing the bowls. I just use what I have. I become the sound bowl. I become the throat chakra sound bowl, and I start singing in place of it. And that was just a powerful message for me, because that's something I'm being led to do, is speak up more. You know, and it goes with the topic of the show, which you said, taking our power back.
And that has to be very healing.
It is. It
Yeah.
was.
So can you give us a little demonstration of your singing and the bowls?
Yeah. So, are you? I'm gonna play it. Let me know if you can hear the sound through, um, because I don't know if it translates as well. Hold on.
We love your hair.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. How's the sound? Is it coming through good? Okay. So in this moment, everyone just take a deep breath in. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe out anything you want to let go of. Leave space for all that you're bringing in. Let the sound waves take away what you plan to release.
Wow, you have a voice like a bird or a special tone. So yeah, I understand why the bowl was broken. You sound better than any bowl, sweetheart. My goodness, that was just beautiful.
Gratitude.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you feel after doing the work with your vocal cords? How does that feel in your soul, in your body?
So when I sing with it, it resonates with me. Like I feel it's like I become the bowls, like I
There
feel
you
the
go.
vibration. Before, when I wasn't singing with them, it was more of me giving the medicine. I'm sure that I received something from playing them. I would feel the overall energy shift, but I wasn't always feeling it the way that I feel it when I sing with it now. So,
And it's interesting that it's like you become the bowl, the vessel, or the bowl that's giving out your energy, your vibration to make that sound, which is what we're all intended to do, really. And this is what our message tonight for especially women and men, because men, you've got to communicate better to the women you're sleeping with. Men, I think, have to take just as much responsibility to avoid what happened to Miss Thurman, a 28-year-old who took an abortion pill. Listen, there is no trust in the sick care system. People today are going in the hospital and they're not coming out except in a body bag. This is the reality now. So we need to get this message to our young people that that's not the solution anymore to go to a hospital.
hmm I have
And
horror
so
stories.
you've had horror stories,
Birth.
and we told one earlier in the show. So, and we've had three women died this week. I think it is. One was 101, so that's a celebration of life.
Yeah.
But 20, another woman, I think she was in her 70s, uh, and many, and then another woman who I was helping in Texas from a distance. Uh,
Nine.
she was addicted to the hospital. She had she had already had both breasts cut off, and then the cancer came back in the breast again. And I was trying to get her to do more affirmations and more natural things, but she was all alone in Texas and I'm in Florida. And her friend tried to help her for a while. But then the first sign of weakness or challenge in the body, gotta go see my doctor. Gotta go to the hospital. And then the doctor said, you need to go to the hospital, and you listen to everything your doctor tells you to do. And you go in there and you don't come out. You're in a body bag. Because it seems like to me these days, um, the hospitals don't really want to treat you. They just want to have a number and get you out of there quick as possible.
hmm
And if you go
Absolutely.
in there in a if you go in there in a weak state and you are looking for them to strengthen you, ain't happening. Because they're going to do what they call palliative care, which is give you every drug they can think of, and that's just going to weaken you. In fact, this woman had sepsis or something like that, who had taken the abortion pill, so her whole body was toxic after taking a pill to commit suicide for your twins and you. The whole body was toxic, and you go to the hospital and they're gonna put you on hold to operate and get the rest of the baby parts out of you.
Well, the hospital left the placenta in me, and I almost went through the same exact thing. The same exact
Yeah.
thing. And they really dropped the ball. Yeah. And
And you're a good example of how divine order, some people are just not meant to survive that, and some people are.
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
do you think you survived that?
To live to tell the story, to get divine justice. I'm the bringer of justice in many forms, and there's been things that have happened, and I feel like it's been for me to bring a light to it. So, um, the systems need to change, and they can't change if you don't have awareness of what needs to change. So I should have never, like, they threw me, they they threw me out. They basically put me, they had me leave, and then I'm telling them I'm sick. I'm telling them, they're not listening to me. And my mother, if it wasn't for her, she made me go back to the emergency room. The man, he's all like, he's just like, he doesn't care. He's not even, he's just leaving. They left me in the room without a call box to call anyone. It was really bad. And I never felt so helpless. But it was also something in my spiritual journey. I believe that um, my consciousness, I always had a feeling of feeling helpless, of justice not being served. So that's also a thing that I feel like I've called into my experience to deal with as well. So I think it's layered, you know.
Absolutely. And you have a purpose to use your voice for healing
Yeah.
and your talent with the bowls for healing. So I think anyone whose divine purpose, whose galactic signature uh, tells them they're destined to do healing work during this time, especially, that you're going to overcome situations like Thurman didn't overcome, or situations that are very risky or unhealthy, because your purpose is much higher, and it's so focused and so ordered in the divine way.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that you are here to continue this journey. Let me go to, I think someone is on the on air network. Naima Latif is our executive producer, and I think I heard her on the On Air Everywhere network. Since Blog Talk's not working, we have another platform that we use, On Air Everywhere network. And I think Naima has a couple of callers waiting. Naima, are you there?
Yes. Yeah, I had to turn off my computer, otherwise you got the echo from that. I'm watching you on the computer and listening. But yes, I'm grateful that you're addressing this as always, and I really do believe that we just have to take more control over our bodies and teach our daughters more so that they can be more proactive. Many times we leave those things to public schools, but we really have to take the power back that we had in ancient times when it came to knowing everything there was to know about the female body, how it works, when we're fertile, how to deliver a baby. That's something that we should know how to do ourselves, or at least have many among us who are midwives, the way it used to be. Um, I was amazed. My mother, she she remembered the name of the midwife that delivered her. I mean, she didn't remember being delivered, but she knew the lady because she delivered her other younger brothers as well. It was just what you did. You went to the house, as midwife, you go to the house, you prepare the family, and the family has the children go outside and play or whatever. And, midwife delivers the child. So this, having a baby is not a hospital procedure. It's a natural procedure. We have given our power away to institutions that exploit us and don't care about us. And we must take that power back. And I believe home birth would get rid of a lot of the abuse of women when we take back our power to deliver our own children and bring our own children into this world. So
they're fighting against that
learning
too.
about our body.
What were you saying with Sage?
They're fighting against that too. My second one, I wanted to have an at home. I really tried to have an at home birth, and they fearmonger. They told me she was too big, all kind of things that wasn't true. When the birth came, it wasn't even that. They fumbled the ball on my second birth too. So they're fear mongering. They're finding different ways to get to the women to not make us feel empowered enough to do it at home or to do a water birth or things like that. And it's come the oppressor is coming in different ways. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why you need a doula from day one that you're pregnant, and that's what I promote. And many of us women have to, or we should be promoting, is a doula from the day you find out you're pregnant. So Naima was Mama Az, I think, wanted to say something. Is she in the on air studio?
You know what? I need to pull up the switchboard so I can see who's on.
In the meantime, let me read. Oh, Zelda was asking what bowls were broken. Can you, Lesage, can you hold up your bowl and show Zelda what bowl was broken?
Hold on.
And show her, give her a picture of the bowl that was broken.
Okay.
You actually, oh wow, you still have the bowl with the parts. Are you planning to glue it back together?
This thing is not gonna work. It's just a placeholder because it keeps my other bowls in place and keeps them from moving around in
Okay,
the
and
pack.
explain about that. You have what, 7 bowls for each chakra?
Yeah,
Is that
one for each chakra. It resonates with the thought forms of those frequencies of
and
thought.
Zelda didn't hear your testimony at the beginning. She said, "Why and how did it break?"
Oh, the one of the women at the park that I was doing the sound bowl meditation for, she played one of the bowls and broke the throat chakra one, and that led me to replace it with my voice. And so it was a testimony to amplify my voice, to use my voice. So
Absolutely. And we've got a comment from Liquid Vibes. He says, or she, yes, a holistic lifestyle is the way. I am on a mission to enlighten everyone I come in contact with. I'm telling, even from the grocery checkout lady to the bagger, our job is to enlighten people,
yeah,
shine our style, and just change the energy and the frequency wherever we go. And
absolutely.
Liquid Five says, and the cost of the hospital is outrageous, and they didn't even solve the problem. That's right. So why we have this addiction and this habit of going to a medical facility that's a sick care facility that really doesn't want to help you. It's the Liquid Vibes. It's the way to go. Blessings. Okay, Zelda, we asked that question. Okay, and then Zelda says thank you. Okay, Naima, are you in the studio again? Okay, I'm bringing
Yes,
okay.
yes. Let me see. Yeah,
Mama AZ wants to say
yeah, Mama AZ
something.
is in the studio. You have reached a Becky on Air Radio Network. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
This is great. Greetings, family, and I can't think of the sister's name that used to be on all the time. God, oh God, what's the sister? She has the calendar, and she's done some books, and she has the calendar. What's that sister's name?
Where on here? She's been on here. Not Tawita, is it?
No, she's one of she was one of your hosts. Oh dang. What
You
is
mean on the
going on with
female?
me?
You mean on the female
Anyway, she has the
solution?
calendar. She put out the calendar and the
Oh,
book,
oh,
the
oh,
Luna.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What's her
Are you
name?
talking about
Maika. Yes.
Yes, yes. Dr. Maika. Yes. Anyway, she has a book, and she's very in key, in tune with the rhythms of the bodies. How to have a child when you're ready, and these are the kinds of things that we must teach, and we can't rely on the men to be in harmony with us. We have to rely on us. And then when we get in alignment, then they will be in alignment, you see. So we have to take our power back. We have to take control of who cohabitates with us and who doesn't. It's basically left on us. Right now, it is so distorted because parents have dropped the ball. The mothers, the women have dropped the ball, and we're not teaching. I see so much, but I don't have the energy or the capacity to say that's not the way. That's not the way at all. And so therefore, women, we must take back control of us. And Lesage, when did that happen that your bowl was broken? Was that yesterday?
Lesage went dark on us. So I don't know what happened to her. So we'll have to come back to her. But
okay. Well, anyway, what I wanted to say
can you hear me? It happened yesterday. Day before yesterday.
It was. I saw a long.
She said day before yesterday. Day before yesterday. Is that what you said?
It was.
Yeah.
Day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. That was okay. That was a Friday, and that was I believe it was 1 because today is a 3, and 1 is planting seeds and dropping knowledges. You got numbers being everything, and I believe because of the videos that I've seen of you, Lesage, baby, your voice is the ultimate key. Dropping knowledges and planting seeds and videos that I've seen, Dr. V, of Lesage and her voicing, healing, her voice healing. Those singing bowls were just like the catalyst to get her in tune to do it the natural way. I'm not saying those bowls are not beneficial, but Lesage has a mission that is so powerful with her voice and things that she does. And I could share some things, but it's not time right now. Yeah. All I know is, Lesage, you are in boot camp, baby, to how do you say, sharpen your tools. Even the challenges that many nomad men and women are having, but especially medicine women, not being not being able to plant in certain places where those places need a healing. They're running away because something knows that if those particular people are there, then they are going to bring forth a healing, and that's not what is wanted. Just like the sister said, Kamala and Oprah, they don't know what it feels like to be pregnant, to give birth, to go through those episodes. They don't even have a freaking clue. So they don't have an investment in keeping the babies, the children alive. That is not what they're here on the planet for. You know, it's sad to say, but they have their assignment and we have our assignment, you see. So we have to band together to be able to support each other, to strengthen each other. When the young women call me, LaSage and Dina and others who call me, physically, I'm not able to do the things that I used to do, but God damn it, I can certainly, I can certainly give you the go to it. I'm in your corner. I'm rooting for you, give you the encouragement and not bring you down. Many of us elders, we are so negative. No, you can't do this. No. Do it. Go do it. And if you succeed, more power to you. We have to encourage our young women and young men, especially young women, how to move forward and not be afraid of the freaking bullshit that is being put out here. Thank you.
Thank
I
us.
can see a lot more.
Yes, thank us. We all of the
Thank
women
you.
and the men, we've heard from Brother Kwame. We all need to speak up without fear. We cannot be afraid of speaking our truth anymore because that's why women like Amber Thurman run to a doctor to get a pill to commit suicide. I just called it. Well, I thought about it earlier. She committed suicide and killed 3 people. And we got to stop that. Dina had a final word or another word for us before we go. Dina, you want to open your mic? And there's your friend. My name is Clarissa. Is here. She said I just met Dina recently, and she invited me to this live. I'm from Staten Island, New York, specializing in detox clinics. So, look, Clarissa, why don't you put your website or your information in the chat so people can know how to contact you? But Dina, thank you for inviting Clarissa. And what is it you wanted to share with us again?
Yes, absolutely. I just wanted to share, the final part. It's about power. I've heard this, been talking about it, that they took away the power from people. They took away power from women. And it's not coming back with undressing our bodies more. It's not coming back with taking thousands of pills to try to create life so comfortable and so easy. But through meditation, and each of us has a medicine, just the time of discovering it. Lasage went through her experience with hospitals, and me too. Also, I had a lot of experience, which I later on understood that it's all that happened to you in life. It's not happening to you. Eventually, it's happening for you.
Absolutely.
For you to wake up, because we all, if you look to the right, to the left, we all were in this dream for a very long time. And it was predicted in an ancient Vedic text and a Buddhist text that this time where we're living right now is transitional, and we have a capacity to evolve together as a humanity. It's just a matter of discovering our powers and putting them to use, because it's just a ripple effect. Where you change your aura, everything around you changes. It takes one person to change, and then it ripples further. So I just wanted to share that just to remember, and I hope this meditation will help, to remind yourself that you are the soul. You are the soul. You have in this physical life experience, like a movie, like an avatar, but you cannot forget that you're the soul. It has no gender, no age, and you hear a special message and special journey. So just I hope with the meditation you'll be able to remind yourself and look at things with a different perspective. Whenever someone is trying to tell you that you're wrong, and we were told that we were wrong all this like 3 4 years, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very happy and grateful for those who stood up the grounds and we protected our rights. And now we need to get our strength to keep the ball rolling and spread this information as like a wildfire, because all the scammers, they pay millions of dollars to brainwash us into believing things. Like, it's a multi-billion industry to keep your attention away from yourself, you know. So there's a very simple experiment. You can put away the phone for 2 days. Try to do this, just not engage with nothing. So in 2 days, you're gonna discover what you have. You're gonna hear yourself finally, but it's very hard to do. So I just want to remind people, to remind you again that you're the soul. And with the meditation, you'll be able to tap into this and just spread this medicine to other people who needs it. So every story, every challenges you had in life, it happened for you, for your growth and for the future. So I believe we're building a better future. It was predicted. We're right now in the time of the crossroads, right? And each of us gonna make this choice. Either you're gonna be with the light or you're gonna be with the darkness. Now it's getting more and more obvious. For decades, we could not figure out what it was because we were so lied to and gaslight. But now, finally, I'm very happy that our humanity family is evolving and we're growing. Thank you for this.
Thank us. And we have another male person in the studio, in the, what is that, YouTube or, yeah, YouTube. Robert Young says, awesome show, ladies. He says, unity of we, us, and our, your choice, your solution. So that's what we're bringing. I have these awesome ladies here with me. We're bringing solutions. We're going to take a quick break. When I come back, I want to show you this awesome video of Arguelles, Jose Arguelles. If you don't know who he is the man who worked with the Mayan calendar for many, many years to develop it for this time that we're in of evolution to bring solutions. So we're taking a quick break, and when we come back, I'll show you this very beautiful video and introduce you to Jose Arguelles, who all of us should know about this man. But we'll be right back after this message.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naima and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the On Air Radio Network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you.
All right, now let's go to a little introduction to Jose Arguelles. The what I'm learning with the synchronistic human enlightenment school is just short of amazing. And this man was the person who worked, I think, the hardest to develop this 13-month calendar. So here's a 5-minute introduction of who this is. briefly who this person was.
O great spirit, whose voice I hear in the wind, hear me. I'm small and weak. I need your strength and wisdom. Let me walk in beauty and make my eyes ever behold the red and purple sunset. Make my hands respect the things you have made, and my ears sharp to your voice. Let me learn the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. I seek strength, not to be greater than my brother, but to fight my greatest enemy, myself. Make me always ready to behold the red and purple sunset, so when my life fades, as the fading sunset, my spirit may come to you without shame. Ayum hunabku eva maya emaho. Ayum hunabku eva maya emaho. Ayum hunabku evam maya emaho.
So that was a brief introduction to Jose Arguelles, again, who really developed the music, the art, and the story of the Mayan calendar. And I have been studying the synchronistic human school of enlightenment. And I have to share this what happened today, which was so interesting to me. Synchronicity is really something we should all pay attention to. There are no coincidences in this journey. There are no coincidences. I think Nadina's nodding her head. And I was in a meeting today with Neb Taharka and about 20 other people, a Zoom meeting. And he introduced me to a man named Nan, who lives here in Orlando, who's studying the synchronistic 13-month calendar and the way of the people of Aguelas. And so he said, let's connect later. So after this meeting, he and I talked, and I found out he's from Vietnam. He was born in Vietnam. His parents moved to Kissimmee here when he was 2 years old. And so he and I are going to get together and study this amazing new light language that. So it turns out, I said, well, what do you do? He says, I'm an Uber driver. I said, Uber driver, just what I need. Because if many of you know, I lost my car. So I'm using my son's car most of the time, at least when he's not working away from home. So when he said it was Uber, I said, well, that's what I need because I'm going to the airport soon. And I said, I need an Uber driver. He said, well, I won't even charge you because you're in this kin family with me. And I think this is no coincidence that we're together. We're meeting in Orlando. I'm like, whoa, that's huge. A Uber driver who doesn't want to charge me. I said, well, I'd have to give you at least a tip. So then the next thing that happened, when I got off the call with Nan, this new friend from Vietnam, I started watching a video that explains why Kamala Harris uses this phrase all the time, being unburdened by what has been. So this guy is explaining in the first 5 minutes, he starts talking about an experience he had in Vietnam. I mean, what are the odds of that? You going from one conversation about Vietnam, the land way over there, to another listening to another information about Vietnam. And he was talking about Dinh Bao and Hoi Yin and some phrases that talk about Karl Marx and Marxism. So that phrase that she's using, from what he was saying, what can be unburdened by what has been, is a translation or an understanding from Karl Marx. So just so you have that information. But I'm just sharing that to say, the solution to all of this chaos, all this confusion, is evolution. We need to be learning something new every day. Every day, make sure you're learning something new, and that way you're evolving into a new frequency, a new energy. Your brain back here is starting to expand and connect to the cosmic energy in a way that you never have. And that's just my experience for today. I could share a lot of other things with you that are happening, even with my family, that I'm going, oh, why is that happening? Oh, why is that happening? So it's just been a confirmation that evolution is the solution. So all this chaos that we're going through, and we got, I don't know how many days till the election is probably going to heat up even more. And I just want to encourage everyone to learn something new every day. And I really feel like we should all be learning more about this new calendar that I believe will bring us out of the endless wars, because we've been in this Gregorian calendar that is full of confusion and chaos and lies and deceit. If you study the Gregorian calendar, there's so much in it that has probably, in my opinion, created the endless wars on an energetic, dimensional level. So I'll leave it at that. I just had to share that about Vietnam. I'm like, Vietnam? What? So we've got one more comment, and then I'm going to let Dina and Lesage have the last words. We've got, let's see, Robert Young. Robert Young says more men need to listen and learn to be empathetic to a woman's inner needs. Yeah, that and a whole lot more. Healthy relationships, men and women. We've got, in order to avoid the things that happen with women and birth control pills and all that, we've all got to promote healthier relationships, listening better. And someone, Zen Jax, thank you for running in Clarissa. I don't know what that means. Clarissa, thank you for running in Clarissa. Someone, Zen Jax, and then he or she says frequency. It's all about frequency. Yes, 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 yes. You are going to see changes in your life when you make changes in your emotional frequency, your food frequency, and your experiences all in your environment and in nature and everything. So, Dina, would you like to have final word on what we're talking about tonight? Women, helping women improve in their womanhood and their frequency. What's your word for us tonight?
Yes, absolutely. I feel like we can collectively step out of this matrix. Step out of this matrix. We are all in the matrix, and it's truly up to you whether you want to be a solution or the problem, right? Because it's also engraved in a matrix that everyone is against each other, right? It's a new kind of trend where people are isolated on their own. But it is truly, and it was in the prophecies too, that the woman will be the first step makers towards the healing, because women have this power, creative power, and the empathy and all other qualities that is needed to bring forth the change. So I feel like the more communities will unite together, the better will be for humanity. So if we just, can let go our ego and think about what we can contribute, I think the higher good would be a more beneficial versus than living only for yourself. So, I would love to see that more women collaborating. It's for our future.
Yep, attention. Mama, it's getting late. You said, Mama, you've been giving not enough attention. All right, thank you, Dina. You and your daughter have a beautiful evening of bonding, love, and love her so much. And Lesage, you've got the final word. So, what would you have to say for our audience of
Yes.
how we can improve the relationship with women?
Yeah. So one thing that has always stuck out for me is unlocking our inner guru, unlocking our relationship with ourselves. So all the things that y'all speak of, these are steps to unlocking that inner guru. But one of the things is that be careful who your enemy is, because you become that. And so we've been oppressed, right? We all can agree that we have all experienced a level of oppression in some form, right? So if we are susceptible to becoming our enemy, we have to look at, what is it, hurt people. We have to look at the ways in which oppression has affected us, and we have to we have to release the oppression within ourselves. We become oppressors on so many levels, and without that insight and that meditation and going inward and really seeing how we also are contributing to the destruction, then if unless we are able to go in, then we're stuck in a loop. And so all of this is everything. So I say to just release it in the level, look at oppression within yourself and release it. And I
Yeah.
feel like that will help.
Absolutely. You said the key word, what your ego. We tend to ignore the ego's power that resist change. And if you've been stuck in the same pattern, the same behavior, same lifestyle, and your body's hurting, your body is weaker, not stronger, then that's the ego holding on to a past that's not working anymore. So thank you, ladies, so much. We've got Zelda. Oh, Zelda is tomorrow morning on Monday morning mindfulness, energy empires. Monday morning mindfulness tomorrow, 7 a.m. On YouTube.com. Let's see, she has it's youtube.com higher learning TV show. And Robert Young says positivity is free. So I'm gonna say good night to everyone. Thank you all so much
Gratitude.
for sharing all this. And please share with women who you notice are not vibrating at the high frequency. It's easy not to judge if you think about unconsciousness versus consciousness. And if we are reacting to people's behavior, then we fall into unconsciousness ourselves. But if we can learn to respond to people's unconscious behavior, then that raises the frequency for all of us. So I myself am always with two grandchildren, 8 and 10. I'm always working on responding to their behavior with love, patience, and compassion. And then that is just raising the frequency of the whole household, sometimes at least. So, so grateful, grateful, grateful. Stay in gratitude. So
Gratitude.
that's our final word, and we're gonna say uh good night, family.
FemaleSolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Zhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jaref. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
And to all my yogi friends out there, namaste and sat nam. And aloha, aloha to all my friends in Hawaii. You got this. Stand strong. We're praying for you. And we will overcome someday. Yes. Everybody should plan on visiting Maui or Lahaina because they need our tourist dollars right now. So until the next time, tomorrow morning.